There is not a difference in the physical production. If you went to any city in the world and saw Phantom, the production we have here in Buenos Aires will look the same in terms of the sets and the costumes and the basic staging. Of course, what's always different and unique about each production in each different city is the cast and what they bring in terms of their abilities and their temperament. Yeah. This is a show that has so many important moments for each of the main characters. I think it's very difficult to say that one particular moment is unique. If Christine has 5 or 6 very, very wonderful, important moments and turning point moments in the show, as does the Phantom, as does Raoul, as do each of the characters. I love being here, and I always find it exciting to work on Phantom. I'm particularly excited about this production. When I first arrived here after having cast the show, and when I arrived for the first day of rehearsals, in speaking to the cast and talking to them about the production, I said that I thought that this production and this cast had the potential to be one of the best productions ever done in the last 20 years. And as someone who has directed most of those productions around the world, I have very first-hand experience with all of that. And as we go into our final week and into previews before the opening, I still feel that that's true. This cast has worked tremendously hard. They are extraordinarily talented, and I really do believe that that people who come to see this production could compare it to any production that they would see around the world right now or in the past, and it is as good as anything, as any of those other productions.
It's very challenging. It's a great mix between a classical tradition and a musical theater tradition. So everyone involved has to have a broad set of skills. Particularly in this production, the singers, they have to be have a classical technique and be classically trained and be able to sing a huge range, vocal range, and really sort of traverse the styles of musical theater and opera. So. In this orchestration, there are 16 plus our conductor. The number Don Juan in the second act. There's a big chorus number with a very classical, bombastic overture, and then the chorus sings atonally, so it's not very tonal, and it's in many rhythmic meters, and it's very, very close harmony and very difficult to sing. And this cast is brilliant at it, so I'm very happy. One of my very favorite moments is in the second act when Christine has just finished singing Wishing You Were Somehow Here Again. And she starts to leave, and she's made the decision that she's leaving this situation, and you hear the violin start to play. And the violin is very representative of many things in this score. And it lures her back to the Phantom. And he sings, you know, wandering child, so lost, so helpless, come to me. And finally she can't resist him, and she sings, angel of music. And it's just, oh, it's just glorious. It's probably my favorite moment. I love everywhere I go, and I really love every company, but I have to say, I'm just so thrilled with this production musically, which is my area. I think it's one of the best sung productions I have ever heard in my life, and I've been doing it for 21 years. And you would think I would tire of it, but when I hear this company sing, it just makes me weep. It's so beautiful. Yeah, on all fronts, I just am so proud, very happy.
It couldn't be any further from what musical theater normally thinks of itself as in terms of movement. It's purely classical. It's classical ballet, everything in it, with nuances perhaps of even modern in the Hannibal scene. So it's a mixture of modern and ballet, pure point work in the ballet. So we need really pure classical ballet dancers, which makes that very difficult to find when you're looking for musical theater, when everyone thinks they're coming to audition for musical theater, if you know what I mean. Yes, in that we have tried to affect that period by the way they used to dance classically then. It was very rounded. There's not as much point work as you might find in a modern ballet. So it's very much our modern ballet, but with a style of that period sort of put on top of that, with a sense of being forward in costumes that were used to have bones in them. So it changed your positions and your postures and things like that. That's very much something that we think about, and we always try to keep the arms round, for instance, instead of the length and the straightness of the line that is a modern accepted aesthetic. I'm thrilled with this production. I really, really am. We were thinking initially that this might be hard. I had trouble finding the strength of classical technique I needed in people who were interested in doing musical theater. But these girls, for instance, just the girls, just the ballet ensemble, have so stepped up to the challenge of the choreography. They are beautiful. They have done such hard work. And everybody in this show is thrilled to be part of it, and that comes through the costumes, it comes through the set. It's you know, in my humble opinion, I think it's one of the better ones that have been out there over the years. So I'm thrilled with this production. And that's the truth. You know, I'm not just saying that. I really think it's just really an exciting place to do Phantom, and this is a wonderful production of it. Very thrilled.